guys, how are you all? Hope all of you are well. Welcome to my lecture series. This is my fourth lecture. Hope all of you are enjoying my lectures. I am Rinki Bhowmik, Assistant Professor, JIS College of Engineering. In my fourth lecture, it will be the continuation of electrostatics chapter. I hope you can remember that in my last class we had discussed about Laplace and Poisson's equation. Hope that topic is clear to all of you. Now in this class today we are going to discuss about solution of Laplace equation in spherical plate capacitor. This is a very interesting and very important topic. So let's start the topic. So this is the example. First we have to go through the problem. What is given? Consider two concentric spheres of radii A and B, where A less than B. A is the radius, outer radius, B is the outer radius and A is the inner radius. Therefore, A less than B. The outer sphere is kept at a potential V0 and the inner sphere at zero potential. Now, we have to solve the Laplace equation in spherical coordinates. And by solving the Laplace equation, we have to find potential and electric field in the region between two spheres, and also you have to find the capacitance between them. Now how to do this? In the last class also we had discussed about the spherical coordinate system of the Laplace equation. In Laplace equation, how the Laplace equation actually looks in spherical coordinate system, that is given here, where nabla square v equal to 1 by r square del r of r square del v by del r plus 1 by r square sin theta del theta of sin theta del v by del theta plus 1 by r square sin theta del square v by del phi square. That's why I said in my last lecture also to remember this formula or the expression of the Laplace equation in spherical and as well as in cylindrical coordinate also. So this is about the expression of the Laplace equation in spherical coordinate system. Now since it is in one dimension, that's why this theta and phi, these two coordinates will be 0. Since here we are going to solve it for one dimension, that's why nabla square v equal to 1 by r square del r of r square del v by del r. This term will remain same and rest of the term will be 0. So 1 by r del r of r square del v by del r is equal to 0. So if we solve it, then finally we can get r square del v by del r equal to A. R square del v by del r is equal to, if it is equal to A, then by doing integration what we can get, v equal to minus A by r plus B. This is simply mathematics, there is no physics. The given boundary condition, there are some boundary conditions. If you go through the problem well, then you can get to know about the boundary conditions. At r equal to b, v equal to v0, and at r equal to a, v equal to 0. This is the boundary condition. When we'll apply this boundary condition in the last equation, then we can get these two equations, v0 equal to minus a by b plus b and also 0 equal to minus a by a plus b. If we solve these two equations, by solving these two equations we can get a equal to plus v0 1 by a minus 1 by b. To get this, actually we have to subtract these two equations. V naught minus 0 is equal to minus a by b plus a by a is equal to a into 1 by a minus 1 by b. This is simply mathematics. Now if we put this value over here, then we can get the value of the constant capital E. So this is the equation A and B. Now if we put this expression of A and B, then finally we can get the final expression of capital V, which is V naught 1 by R plus 1 by B by 1 by A minus 1 by B. Okay, so this is the final expression of the potential. Now we have to know the electric field. Now this is the relation between E and V. E equal to minus nabla V. So therefore minus del V by del rho A cap. So if we do this derivative, then we can get E equal to V naught by R square 1 by A minus 1 by B A cap volt per meter. This is the unit of the electric field. So this is about the electric field. Now this is the expression of the potential and this is the expression of the electric field. Thus for the spherical capacitor, we can solve the Laplace equation and we can get to know the potential and the electric field. Now how to find the capacitance? See, we know that D equal to epsilon E. So from here we can be able to get D equal to epsilon E. In the previous slide already we had the expression of the electric field. So if we put this expression, then we can get D. So D is equal to rho S. Okay. So here finally the charge density rho S equal to epsilon V naught by A square 1 by A minus 1 by B coulomb per meter square at R equal to A. This is the charge density. Now the capacitance is equal to Q by Vs, where Q equal to 4 pi S square rho S. So this is the rho S. Now if we put this expression over here, then we can get the capacitance. And the unit is farad. Now this is simply a numerical. The theory already we have done for parallel plate capacitor, that is spherical capacitor plate actually. Now this is the numerical. First go through the numerical. What is given here? Two parallel conducting discs are separated by a distance 5 mm at Z equal to 0 and Z equal to 5 mm. If V equal to 0 at Z equal to 0 and V equal to 100 at Z equal to 5 mm, find the electric field on the disc. Therefore the same method, nabla square V equal to del square V by del Z square equal to 0. That is, therefore V equal to AZ plus B. This we can get by the integration, simple integration we can get V. Next, again we have to apply the boundary condition. The same method, at Z equal to 0, V equal to 0, at Z equal to 5, V equal to 100. So if we put this boundary condition, then finally we have A, and from A we can, if we put this value, then we can get the potential V. Now the electric field E equal to minus nabla V. So del V by del rho A cap, del V by del rho del phi 1 by rho A phi cap, del V by del Z A Z cap. So E equal to minus del V by del Z A Z, because X and Y for those two coordinates E will be 0. That's why E equal to minus del V by del Z A Z cap is equal to minus 20 into 10 cube A Z. This is actually nothing but the expression of or the value of electric field E. So by doing the same method or by applying the theory, we can do any numerical regarding this topic. So first we have to go through the new theory well, then only we can do the numerical. So this is about today's lecture. Hope all the lectures are clear. So if there is any question, you can write the question or you can give the question in the comment box. So thank you for today. So there are two applications we'll do today. First is on parallel plate capacitor. One is cylindrical, another is spherical. Now first we'll do for parallel plate capacitor in Cartesian coordinate. So the first one is potential between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor. Suppose y axis, this is suppose x axis, and this is suppose z axis. So x, y and z axis. Now if there are two plates, suppose this is one plate and this is another plate. Now between these two plates, if there is a dielectric material, then it can be said as a capacitor. Now let us consider a parallel plate capacitor at z equal to 0. This point is z equal to 0, and suppose this distance is r. Therefore z equal to 0 and z equal to r. These are two positions of two plates. One is z equal to 0, another is z equal to r. Now at z equal to r, the potential is suppose V equal to V1. This is the potential. Therefore we can write here the equation as the x and y component of the potential between two plates is 0. Then the plates are parallel to the xy plane. Therefore the potential exists in only z direction. So therefore del square V del x square plus del square V del y square will be equal to 0, because here the potential is 0 along x and y axis. Now as we know nabla square V equal to 0, so from this equation, from this Poisson's equation, we can write del square V del z square equal to 0. Now there is no physics, simply mathematics. We have to do some integration, like from here del V by del z is equal to small a is the integration constant. So therefore V equal to az plus b. So this is the equation of the potential when it is only along z axis. Del V by del z equal to a. Therefore V equal to az plus b, where a and b are the integration constant. Now next we have to solve it. So solve it, we have to put the boundary condition. Now what is the boundary condition? What we can write? At z equal to 0, v equal to 0. Therefore v equal to 0. Now if we put z equal to 0 here, 0 and also v equal to 0 plus b. Finally we are getting b equal to 0. So therefore the next boundary condition is at z equal to smaller, v equal to v1. Therefore v1 equal to ar plus 0, since v equal to 0. Therefore a equal to, we are getting as v1 by r. So finally, if we put the expression of a and b over here, then what we are getting? V equal to a v1, instead of a we can put here r, into, instead of here it will be z. So v1 z by r. This is the expression of the potential V of Laplace equation of a parallel plate capacitor in Cartesian coordinate. So this is about the Cartesian coordinate. Next we will put here, instead of Cartesian coordinate, spherical coordinate. So for that again we have to draw the figure. The figure will be like this. First again we have to draw x, this is your y, this is your z axis. So now here since it is cylindrical, so here we have to put some cylinder here. This is the cylinder. Now if we consider here internally, another cylinder, this is your A, this is your B. Internal radius, inner radius and outer radius. Now for the potential between the plates of a cylinder, here outer and inner radius is A, so we can write it here. A is the inner radii and B is the outer radius. As we know, Laplace square v equal to 0. This is the general form of the Laplace equation in cylindrical coordinate. The form becomes 1 by r del del r of r del v by del r plus 1 by r square del square v del phi square plus del square v by del z square is equal to 0. This is the form of the Laplace equation in cylindrical coordinate. Now see, only along z axis the potential exists, but along y and x axis the potential V is nothing but the 0, isn't it? So x and y, for these two axes potential is 0. That means from this equation what we can write, that this term, this is actually along y-axis and this term is along x-axis, this term is along z-axis. So therefore what we can say, that del square v del z square and del square v del phi square, these two terms will be 0 but will remain only the x term. Okay, so since only x term exists, so therefore this term will be equal to 0, just like the Cartesian coordinates. So let's do it. By r del r of r del v by del r is equal to 0. Therefore del r of r del v by del r is equal to 0. Finally r into del v by del r is equal to a. So del v by del r will be equal to a by r. It will be as v equal to a into 1 by r dr integration over plus any arbitrary constant, suppose b. Therefore a 1 by r dr, if you do the integration, then it will be ln into r plus b. So this is the expression of the potential. Now we have to put the boundary condition in this equation. Now the boundary condition, this is the solution. Okay, this is the general solution of the Laplace equation in cylindrical coordinate system, considering the variation of potential along the radius of the cylinder. So along the radius means obviously it is along x-axis. So therefore what we can write, the boundary condition r equal to b, v equal to 0. So if we put it over here at r equal to b, v equal to 0, 0 equal to a ln b plus capital B. This is the first equation. The second equation we can write, here 0 equal to a ln b plus capital B. Okay. Therefore capital V equal to nothing but minus of a ln into b. So therefore v equal to, if we put it in the equation of the solution v, this is v. So a ln r minus a ln b. From this equation, a into ln of r by b. This is the solution of the potential V. Now the next boundary condition, if we put it over here, that is at r equal to a, v equal to v1. Now if we put it over there at r equal to a, v equal to v1, then what we are getting, let's see. V equal to v1 means v1 and equal to a ln a by b. So finally a equal to, we can write it as v1 divided by ln of a by b. So this is the expression of the constant a. Finally the potential V equal to v1 ln of R by B divided by ln of A by B. This is the expression of the potential for cylindrical coordinate. Now from B, what we can get? The electric field E. Now what is the relation between the electric field E? E equal to minus del V by del I. This is the relation between the electric field and the potential V, equal to V1 ln of A by B. It will be out of the integration since it is constant, into del R of ln 1 R by B. That means B by R into del R of R by B means 1 by B. So B gone. Finally we are getting V1 by R into ln of A by B. So this is the expression of the electric field. So if we recapitulate today's total derivation, then first we have derived the expression of the potential for Cartesian coordinate, where at z equal to 0 and z equal to r, at these 2 points, this is z equal to 0, this is z equal to r. At these 2 points, the 2 plates are placed. At z equal to r, v equal to v1. Therefore, the potential along x and y axis is 0. Now, therefore, by the Laplace equation is, as we know that Nabla square v equal to 0. Therefore, del square v del z square will be equal to 0. So, del v by del z equal to a, v equal to az plus b. This is simple integration which we had done. Now, at z equal to 0, v equal to 0. So, if we put it over here, then we are getting 0 plus 0, 0 equal to 0 plus b. So, by the calculation we are getting b equal to 0. At z equal to r, v equal to v1 and v1 equal to ar plus 0. So, here a equal to v1 by r and v equal to v1 by r plus z. So, v equal to v1 z by r. Now, therefore, 1 by r del r of, this is called, as we know, the spherical coordinate. So, Nabla square v equal to 0. So, 1 by r del r of r del v by del r plus 1 by r square v by del phi square plus del square v by del z square is equal to 0. So, by the whole integration, we are getting del v by del r equal to a by r, v equal to a into 1 by r dr plus b. So, finally, by the whole integration, we are getting b equal to minus a ln b. So, if we put the boundary condition over here, r equal to 0, b equal to 0, so r equal to 0 here, at r equal to b, b equal to 0. So, b equal to minus a ln b. So, b equal to a ln r by b. Now, at r equal to a, v equal to v1, a equal to v1 by ln a by b, v equal to v1 into ln r by b, and also ln a by b. So, as we know, the relation is equal to minus Nabla v. So that's why minus del V by del R. That means here we have to do the derivative. So if we do the derivative, then finally we are getting as V1 ln A by B into B by R into 1 by B. So V1 by R into ln A by B. Now if we put here R equal to A, then it will be the electric field at the inner cylinder, and for outer cylinder this will be for R equal to. So this is about the solution of the Laplace equation. So thank you for today.